Alright, so here at Katie's Cove. Had a pretty good dive this morning. There's a really nice fog over the Westgate Bridge. You could pretty much not even see the water as you're driving over it. And this morning there was this, the fog was right over here. I think I got a few good shots of the city with all of the fog all the way up to it. It's pretty sweet. So probably the biggest feature here is really the different types of seaweeds. Lots of really long seaweeds. I'll have to check out what those are. Lots of small kelp, some of those green seaweeds that are really cool. But just a very plant-based dive. But if you love that sort of stuff, which you'll quite enjoy, it's a nice chilled out dive to do it on. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the dive. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little spot to head up to, so close to the city, and look, it's a bit of a gem for where we are. In terms of the location here, it's really nice. It's a really nice, easy dive. It's probably about 4 meters most of the way. Pretty much what you do is you head to this little cove here. Pup comes over and visits. Good job. We ended up walking out but in hindsight it would have been much better to just put on your fins in this little cove here and just swim out. As you're going out through these little heads over this way, it's probably about 30 centimeters deep, so just breathe in, get under there. But yeah, it's going to be a lot easier than trying to walk out where it was really quite slippery. It's a nice sandy bottom with lots of rocks, lots of weeds. So yeah, you should have a lot of fun. It's nice and easy going. Pretty low stress dive. I'd actually really like to have taken this in when it was a bit warmer, because you would be able to get some really good time to just sort of check out what's around. In terms of wildlife, really not a lot of fish that we saw. I think maybe it's just the time of day, potentially. I know many years ago I did fishing out this way, and you could definitely get snapper and lots of flathead out this sort of area, so I would have expected that you'd be able to see some, but not today. So we did capture there was a big, I think it was a big flathead that was there. It was just sort of chilling out. Lots of little nudibranchs, so lots of little green ones. I haven't seen those ones before, so I'll have to keep an eye out for those at other dive sites. They kind of looked like just little bubbles of weeds, but yeah, when you got close, you could see the little. In terms of weather, look, I don't know this area super well, but I would say because it's so close to the Yarra, you definitely want to try and not do it when there's been a lot of rain. I would also be looking for any times that there's been light wind or northerlies. So the northerly winds won't upset the sand quite as much. There weren't really any particular problems. I guess here is used a bit by fishermen, so you probably want to just keep your ears out for fishing boats and that sort of stuff, but apart from that, I don't think you're going to get into trouble here. Even if there were boats, they're going to be small boats and you're going to be sticking to the bottom anyway, so it is what it is. So there are a few little dive sites in this sort of area. So we've got Katie's Cove here, and there's Williamstown Rocks just a bit further on. I haven't dived all of these, but keen to get back and do some diving around here, check out the local area. But yeah, if you live up in the north side of the bay, I think it's definitely worthwhile heading out, having a bit of a crack at it. You just want to keep your eye on the weather a bit. So probably your easiest way to get in is you'd park up on Cole Street, and there's a whole lot of benches and stuff which are nice and easy to get your gear set up on. And then you can find like a nice little track that leads down to the water. It's got some nice little steps. You can just walk down the steps and through a trail into the front here. And then just basically head up to this little patch of water. Once you get to the water, I'd put your fins on and I would just start swimming out gently and then follow to this little head area here. In terms of toilets, it's up a short walk into Williamstown. You just pretty much head along the path and it's on your right. So that's nice and easy. Always good when you finish your dive to be able to find a place to go to the toilet. Look, keep in mind, if you don't feel like going to the toilet after a dive, it's probably something to keep note of. It is one of the things that can happen if you get DCS. So definitely think about it. So it's pretty much the middle of winter right now. So I think it's probably quite important to have a chat about what to wear to keep yourself warm. A lot of people try and minimize the amount of stuff that they wear with the exposure protection. But look, in terms of keeping yourself alert, you're best to wear stuff that makes you comfortable. So at the moment, what I'm wearing is, I've got the semi-dry suit, so the Scuba Pro semi-dry. I've got 2 pairs of 3mm socks and boots. I find the socks and the boots, that combination, keeps you a lot warmer if you're in the semi-dry. The semi-dry is significantly warmer than a wetsuit. Even if it gets a little bit of water in, it's still a lot warmer. The wetsuit, you end up kind of flushing a lot of cool water through yourself, and you know you're going to struggle in the middle of winter to get beyond a 40-minute dive. In terms of hoods, at the moment I would definitely be putting the 5mm hood on. 3mm, look, you could do it, but you're better off to have your head and your feet warm, I would say. In terms of your hands, look, I wore 5mm gloves. The 3mm are a bit cold at the moment, but you know, if you're brave, I guess you can do it. For me, if I have cold feet, actually make me feel a lot cooler in general, and because you're moving your legs, you've got a bit of circulation going around there. So I would probably try and layer up your socks, your gloves, see how you go, and then your head obviously makes a big difference. If you've got a thin hood, you can cool down a lot. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoy the video.